Once again, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to start this day's session with one of our ATF's favorites, Trending Asia winning formats. Please welcome on stage the lovely Miss Kerry Louise Brown.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for inviting me back. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm Kerry, and our company is K7 Media, and we provide insight and intelligence on global content trends across television and digital content. And this is our lovely team in Manchester. So what do? We produce lots of regular reports, weekly and monthly. We provide video clip compilations of what we think are the best TV shows around. And all of these are sent directly to our subscribers. We produce insight reports where we take a subject and look at it in great detail, a genre such as food content or looking at the digital landscape. What does that mean for everybody? And we also take a territory, so we'll look at China in depth and create a report that helps buyers and sellers in that country. And we've got about 25 of these now. So we all know that the TV industry is changing dramatically at a rapid rate. And there are three main factors. Fragmentation, everybody's watching different stuff on different platforms at different times. Consolidation, in the past 5 to 10 years, we've seen the consolidation of the major production and distribution groups. And of course, globalization. That's why we're all here, isn't it? The movement around the world of the super hits such as The Voice, Dancing with the Stars, Got Talent. These are popular still, taking up time on prime time and perhaps stopping newer formats coming through. So for all these reasons, it really is much, much harder than it used to be to create a global super hit. At K7 recently, we produced a report called Tracking the Giants, the Top 100 Formats, where we analyse the top 100 shows by numbers of countries in which they've sold, and we put them in order. And I think you can probably guess which is number one. Of course, it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So this is the top 20. If anybody wants a copy of this report, please feel free. You can either ask me afterwards or email me and I'll send it to you. It's quite interesting. The top 20 shows, there is not a show in there that has launched since 2010. So The Voice and Money Drop both launched in 2010. After that, all the newer shows are right at the very bottom. And the report features, we've analysed the makeup of the genres, so you can see that broadly a third of the shows in the top 100 are game shows, a third are reality competition, and this is what you would expect because these are the kind of shows that travel. But the main takeout from the report is that we don't think there's going to be a next big thing. And you could say that that is a downside, downside of consolidation and globalization. But we like to be positive, we like to look at the upside, and we see new friends around the world, new partnerships, new collaboration. With all the international co-productions and co-ventures that have been around the world, there's been an exchange of production expertise, partnerships and friendships, and many of these are lasting partnerships. And I think this is something we've got to hold on to, global collaboration, and it's getting earlier and earlier in the development chain. So as Content Asia said at the end of MIPCOM, this year's MIPCOM market closed in Cannes on the 19th of October with one chart-topping trend from Asia, unprecedented interest in global relationships and collaboration. So let's focus on that when we look at the clips that I'm going to show you this morning. So I'm going to look at some newer shows coming out of the Asia region. But before I do that, I just want a quick update on what's been happening this year. So fantastic news for Korea. The Good Doctor is, let's say, officially the top drama in the world, the adaptation on ABC. It's been a smash hit in the fall there, so that's fantastic news for Korea. On NBC, as we all know, Grandpa's Over Flowers was adapted for Better Late Than Never. a great success again, and it's continuing its global rollout. Season 2 starts in the new year. We've had Italy and Turkey launch this year so far, Israel, France, and Russia currently in production. So we're hoping to see that coming into this list soon. I think perhaps the success of Better Late Than Never and The Good Doctor has drawn even more attention than usual to the creative potential of Korea, and perhaps has led to the very recent pickup by Fox of NBC's King of Masked Singer. In other news, Hidden Singer from JTBC, with the help of NBCU, launched successfully in Italy, and we're hoping for a second season there. Banijay and SBS took Fantastic Duo to Spain, and it was recently announced that Endemol Shine Italia has picked up the Golden Tambourine from CJ E&M. So all fantastic news and lots of movement around the world. So let's see some of the newer shows and who's working with whom and what we think looks set to travel. So let's start in China. There's still a big demand around the world for studio entertainment, either cost-effective, smaller game shows that can be stripped and put anywhere in the schedule, or more and more we're seeing a demand for big, supersized entertainment shows. Even the older franchises, such as say Dancing with the Stars or Got Talent, every season they have to refresh, they get bigger and bigger, so that it feels like an event for the audience. At K7 we call it a night out on the sofa. And I think some of the newer shows coming out of China very much fit the bill here. So this show, Mission AI, artificial intelligence, is a bit of a hot topic at the moment. So it's quite a fun concept where people who've invented AI machines compete against human experts in the same subject. And this was developed in London at the China Media Centre, which is a department at the University of Westminster. And it's a department that invites teams of Chinese developers to come over and work with developers in London, and they create formats in London together. So let's have a look at the clip.
这是一个人工智能时代的来临。
人工智能会让人类更深刻地认知自己的优势。
人工智能就像戏剧一样，有着无限的可能。
人工智能让科技有了人的温度。
人工智能现在已经悄悄地走入我们的生活，
它会继续不断地带给我们惊喜。
期待未来，因为充满未知。关注人工智能，关注我们的未来。
从今天开始，在这个悬浮的平台之上，将要展开一场人类智慧与智慧产品之间的碰撞。在这里，你将见识到中国最新锐、最顶尖的人工智能技术，也会见证来自各个领域的超强人类和他们的对战。它既是对人工智能的一次严苛考验，也是人类对自己充满勇气的挑战。机智过人，让我们共同打开未来之门。
你好，机智过人，我是高博，欢迎各位。
That really is an incredible set, isn't it? Amazing. And season 2 is currently in development. The lineup is a co-venture between CJ E&M and ITV Studios in the UK. And the two companies have been working together for some time, and they got together with the aim of finding a core universal idea that would travel, but that could be adapted for both sides. So they took the idea of something that we all do, people watching. You know, I look at you and I make an assumption about what kind of person you are. So they jointly made this trailer, which I will show you now. Thank you. I think they will. The lineup? Yep. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charlie, I'm 32, I live in Manchester, and I'm a...
Experts say we judge someone within 7 seconds.
By assessing their looks, their age, and their voice, we almost instantly decide what type of person we think they are. But how accurate is it possible to be? For instance, can you decide if this woman is a nun or a pole dancer? Or whether she is a nurturer or a narcissist? It's a game we all subconsciously play every time we meet someone, but how good at it are you? Could you work out which of these people is a convicted criminal, or has been married 6 times, or is a multi-millionaire? If a life-changing sum of money depended on it, would you trust your judgment? Welcome to The Lineup. The Lineup is an exciting new game show within a game show. Each week features 10 mysterious individuals, our subjects, 10 incredible facts, and 1 team of contestants playing to win. To succeed, the contestants have to decide which fact applies to which subject. The subjects will be competing against each other in games and challenges designed by psychologists to reveal particular personality traits.
If you have any trouble, just watch me.
The contestants will be watching closely, looking for clues and making judgments based on how the subjects are behaving. To win big, contestants need to match every fact to the correct subject. It's the game you've been playing along with your entire life. Who knew judging your fellow man could be so rewarding? This is The Lineup.
Hi, I'm Charlie, I'm 32, I live in Manchester, and I'm a nun.
So there you go. And this is what Mike Beale from ITV Studios said about the collaboration. We were looking to inject our development pool with a different thought process from a region of the world we don't currently operate in. We found in CJ&M a like-minded partner with whom we could develop openly with no fear on either side of dismissing or ridiculing ideas. This is the most important thing when developing new concepts. And I think that's a really interesting observation about how great ideas can only come out when there's an atmosphere of openness and trust. Okay, so back to China. Path to Glory is the first format that's come out of a 3-year development deal with Simon Cowell's Psycho and Star China. And their aim is to create really big, you know, the Simon Cowell kind of Got Talent kind of show, a really, really big entertainment shows that can travel globally. And I think with this show, they might have got something. It's 4 judges represent 4 categories: singing, dance, variety, and kids. Let's have a look at the clip.
It's time to get ready for a brand new talent show. From Simon Cowell and Psycho Entertainment and Star China Zhanjing Media. A show like no other that celebrates talented and inspirational people. Welcome to Path to Glory. It all starts with auditions like you've never seen before. In front of 4 superstar mentors, who each take charge of a category which they are an expert in. Music, dance, kids, variety. Like all great talent shows, it's got the good, the unexpected, and the spectacular. The category mentors champion their acts from the very beginning, helping raw talent reach its full potential. To make it through, the acts need 3 yeses. But crucially, the category mentor must say yes.
抱歉，我不能给你们出彩。
Without their support, the act goes home.
出彩。
But if all 4 mentors say yes,
出彩。
the path to glory is revealed. semifinals, the competition heats up as the mentors and their categories go head to head. Each category mentor is under huge pressure as the audience decides which acts will go through to the final. The stakes are high as only the best will make it through. In the grand final, the show reaches its nail-biting climax as the public decides who is crowned the overall winner and walks the final path to glory.
So you can see it really is spectacular. And the other thing that's quite nice about it is that the judges don't make negative comments. It's got a very uplifting, positive feel. It's a perfect family entertainment, and that's what TV buyers, a lot of them are looking for at the moment, because shows that families can watch together are quite distinctive from the OTT and Netflix type shows that are everywhere these days. So sticking with the idea of a family-friendly format and also quite uplifting, I like this one also from China called Families That Laugh Together. And this is a straightforward idea, but very entertaining, where families have to act out a sketch of a true story that comes, that's a true story from their family, and try and make the judges laugh. So let's have a look at the clip.
Who are your favorite comedians? You'll never guess it could be right in front of you. It is Families That Laugh Together, the hottest family entertainment show fresh out of China. Aired exclusively on CCTV1, China National TV Station, with over 500 million viewers for the first season. The brand new format has set a new rating record on weekend prime time. Normal family members together perform a comedy sketch based on their true stories, and they've got to make the celebrity panel and the whole nation laugh aloud. Life gives us the best stories. Charming, heartwarming, all acted out by your nearest and dearest.
我们现在想明白了，咱一家人再也不分开了。
真的？能够跟你在一起，我就是幸福。
So I'm going to predict, I expect to see that on air in Europe within 2 years. Okay, you can quote me on that. Moving on now to physical game shows. Of course, we tend to associate the wacky physical game show with Japan, so famously Hole in the Wall and Ninja Warrior. But we have here a new entrant to this genre, which I think could easily catch up and maybe even enter our top 100 formats. It's called Versus Kids, and it's quite a straightforward idea. Ex-professionals in any discipline, sport or otherwise, take on a kid in the same discipline and compete against them. Okay.
What happens when a former top athlete and a kid champion compete against each other? Like a former national golf champion versus an elementary school champion. Or like an ex-Olympian table tennis player versus a junior champion. Who's gonna win? The former champion or the kid champion? Let's see on Versus Kids. In this program, an ex-pro is pitted against a current young star of the same field in a serious match. The ex-pros are former top-class champions. Many have retired from a full-time professional career.
引退してもう約10年までいかないかもしれないですけど、それぐらいになりますかね。
The next generation stars are kids. They are all champions in their respective categories. Think it's going to be easy? Think again. The difficulty begins for the former professionals.
プロの意地を見せて頑張りたいと思います。
勝ちましたもん。
It's not just about sports. A Guinness World Record champion in fastest mental arithmetic is challenging a junior champion. Or a former world champion of Othello faces a kid champion. For the ex-pro, it's not only a fight against champion kids, but a fight against themselves, a fight against getting older.
完全に自分のミスです。
In the end, passing the torch to the new generation is what it's all about.
これからのね、時代を担ってくれるということを期待してるんで、これから頑張ってね。
This is Versus Kids.
Very good. And it was just announced yesterday, you might have seen that that format's been picked up for distribution by Fremantle Media. And you may recall Fremantle Media were responsible for rolling Hole in the Wall out throughout the world, which is in our top 100, number 16. So I expect they'll do a very good job with this format. Sticking with a sporting theme, and also from Japan, Witness the Fitness. And what I like about this one is you can describe it in one sentence. Studio-based game show in which people from various professions battle each other to test the skills of different body parts. Okay, let's see.
Why is a clay pigeon shooter battling a table tennis champ? An expert swimmer taking on a professional trumpet player? It's a breakthrough athletic competition between the best body parts of the most amazing professions on the planet. Eyes, lungs, ears, noses, and more. Welcome to Witness the Fitness. Witness the power of the eye and find out who has the keenest vision of them all. Is it the Japanese national clay pigeon shooter, the professional high-speed boat racer, the table tennis junior champ, or the flash mental math champion? To test their optical ability, our contestants will put their eyes to the test in a crazy optokinetic game. Which challenger can most accurately read every small print letter written on the feet of a dozen runners sprinting past at eye-blurring speeds? Witness the power of the lung. Who has the strongest, highest lung capacity? The blow-up balloon performer, the expert swimming instructor, the pro wrestler, or the tune-spinning trumpet player? To test their lungs, we devised an off-the-wall game where challengers blow into either side of a hollow tube to see who will be the first to push the ping-pong ball to the other side. Any body part goes in Witness the Fitness, a new style of competition that will leave you amazed as you come to appreciate the incredible physical talent of professionals whose specialized abilities will blow your mind. What part of your body will we challenge next? And who will be crowned the champion? Witness the Fitness.
Nippon TV.
And Nippon already has interest from the US in that format. Ancient Games, we're going back to China now. This is a joint venture between the production company 3C and the British production company Zigzag. And it was the winner of a format competition at the recent Shanghai TV Festival. Basically, the premise is that former athletes battle in disciplines from and sporting events from thousands of years ago in a massive arena. And the prize from the competition was the development funding. So it's a very glamorous trailer. Let's have a look.
A battle of the bravest. An adventure through history as 8 competitors challenge each other in faithfully recreated ancient sporting duels. Only one will be the winner. Every episode, our 8 super fit contestants gather at this mystical gate to enter a different ancient civilization. They must abandon all the comforts of the modern world and enter history as competitors in the ancient games. Over 12 thrilling episodes, our challengers will do battle in 36 genuine ancient games from across the world. A leaderboard will rank their scores across the series. Those that rank the highest each episode will earn a privileged lifestyle and will be treated like royalty in the next era. As well as delivering thrilling entertainment, this reality game show will introduce the audience to 3,000 years of world history through the culture of ancient sports. In each episode, the Ancient Games contestants visit a different era of history to compete in epic ancient combat, skill, and strength games. In a state-of-the-art filming hub in China, the Ancient Games are brought to life with background actors and cheering crowds, and set in historically accurate arenas, recreated using state-of-the-art CGI to bring the true atmosphere of the Ancient Games to life. After 12 episodes of tough challenges living in ancient times, only one contestant will triumph by winning the most rounds and defeating the most opponents. Which time-traveling competitor will defeat the rest to become champion of the Ancient Games?
And this is in quite advanced development now. Plans are to have a production hub in China and have a sort of big Colosseum type venue. Talking of competition winners, I don't know if anybody was here this time last year for the ATF formats pitch. The winner was this gentleman, William, here from Extreme Media, and he presented a wacky sporting competition, quite an interesting idea, which is a wacky competition, but where the origin of the game comes from an actual sport, such as football or table tennis, but the games are silly and wacky. And the great news is they've been casting. It's been commissioned by Surya TV here in Singapore. And they started filming last Thursday. Congratulations to Extreme Media, and it just goes to show it's worth entering a pitch competition. This year's pitch is in this room at 11:30. Okay, moving on to reality and factual. Experts versus Experts is from TV Asahi in Japan, and currently being distributed by Small World. And you will be familiar with Small World and Tim Crescenti, the company that was behind the export of Dragon's Den around the world. And he's also the guy that was part of taking Grandpa's Over Flowers to NBC. So when he gets behind a format, he really goes with it. And this is a really nice idea in the life swap genre. So experts literally go to their counterparts in a foreign country to find out how jobs are done differently. Let's have a look. Thank you.
It's a clash of corporate cultures when experts from diverse cultures meet face to face and reveal their country's own trade secrets. It's experts versus experts. With over 70 primetime episodes already produced in Japan for TV Asahi, Experts vs. Experts is a behind-the-scenes tour.
Gorgeous.
To witness some of the world's most unbelievable innovations.
Fantastic.
In each episode, we'll follow 3 local teams of experts as they journey to meet fellow experts and uncover how they work.
That's crazy.
Train engineers from Germany uncover how Japanese train engineers keep trains running with accuracy down to seconds. Police from the US head to Japan to see how cops use technology, not guns, to patrol their cities.
That was fun. Fun.
American baseball managers visit spring training season in South Korea's competitive baseball world to witness their unique training programs. Chocolatiers from Hershey, Pennsylvania head to Belgium to sample the technological advances of the Belgian chocolate makers. Next, our experts determine if these innovations could work back home. Could these valuable lessons apply in their own country?
何やってんだってフランス人にやらせたらもうすぐストライクですよ
From old world craftsmanship to the latest in technology. From prisons to preschools. See how other countries get work done. It's a cross-cultural adventure. It's experts versus experts.
So that feels to me like a very contemporary take on the live swap format. Viewers are tending to want a lot more information from their shows, from their factual shows, and I think this provides that very well. Next show is a collaboration between CJ E&M and Guild Formats from Israel. And this came about when the two companies met at a TV formats conference in Tel Aviv, and they got on with each other. And they decided to work together. And this is what like I was saying at the beginning, this is what I'm seeing more of, is people who like and trust each other, who look for a way to work with each other, rather than being forced to work with somebody that you don't really get on with. So what happened was that Guild Productions looked at the back catalogue of CJ, found a show that they really liked, that they thought would work in both territories. It's a universal principle of parenting. And between them, they co-funded and they co-made the trailer. The format sees children swapping places with their parents, and so the kids call the shots, basically, and it's all watched by a psychiatrist to analyse what's going on. So let's see, it's quite a short trailer, let's have a look.
A problem family. 1 week, the roles reversed, and kids are in power. But while the kids might be getting free reign, for the first time ever, the parents are about to get a unique insight into their own family. Created by CJ E&M in Korea and Guild Formats, Kitson Power is a unique social experiment format where the kids take charge and for 1 week make all of the decisions. At the end of the week, the kids tell their parents what they felt during the experiment.
사랑하는 딸 세라에게 안녕 세라야. 엄마가 세라에게 처음 쓰는 편지구나. 엄마는 세라랑 사이좋게 지내고 싶어. 하는 말투로 너를 엄마를 용서해주겠니?
The parents reveal what an eye-opener the experiment has been.
아이들을 올바르게 성장하게끔 이끌어주는 역할.
And how they will change in the future.
내가 내 아들한테 멋진 모습을 기대한다면 내가 기다려야겠구나 생각했고.
And this is what Asaf Gill from Guild Formats had to say about it. It was a very good process as we treated their sensibilities with utmost respect and vice versa. The openness of both parties to this development was key to the formula that could work and travel, which reminds me of what Mike Beale said about their collaboration. Very similar. Okay, back to Japan, and you may remember this show from 2014, Can I Follow You Home? It's quite a nice idea where the camera crew follow people late at night who've had too many beers and say they'll pay their taxi ride, but the reason is to get into their homes and find out what's going on in their lives. So I'm going to show you a clip of the original Japanese, and then I'm going to show you a clip of what the collaborator Zigzag in the UK has done with it for the UK. So can we see the Japanese one, please?
今まで何されたんですか？
今飲んでました。
今飲んでます。Happy birthday!
This program is about suddenly asking people we randomly met at night to let us follow them home in exchange of paying their taxi fare.
家について行ってもいいですか？
いいですけど、うちですか？
テレビ東京なんですけど、
俺？
タクシー代払うんで家までついてっていいんですか？
これ無理だよ。絶対怒られる。
Can I follow you home tonight? What if a stranger suddenly follows you home after midnight with a TV camera?
賃貸っすよ。いいっすか？
Of course, there is no time to prepare their sudden guest. We will document their house just as it is in the middle of the night. We do not intend to humiliate people because we know we can see their way of life by peeking into their house in the middle of the night.
これなんですよ。昔ミュージシャンね、18で登録できて歌手になりたくて結構売れたんですよ。もしある程度世の中に出れなければもうダメだろう。だから自分には才能がなかったのかなとか思い。そこ行ったんですよ。29ぐらいの時にはね。
Oh. And let's see what Zigzag did with it in order to sell it into the UK. Subtle language change. It's they called it "Can I take you home" rather than "Can I follow you home."
Where'd you come from?
Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Buffalo Joe?
It's Friday night and I'm out on the streets of London asking random people, can I take you home? In exchange for an insight into their stories and just to find out what they're actually up to. Should we do it? Let's go. Hey, can we take you home? Can I take you home? Can we take you home? Can I take you home? No. This guy, let's go speak to this guy. Hey mate, hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, okay. Can we take you home? We can give you a lift home and you tell us about your night.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah? Yeah? Sure. Cars just parked around here. So what actually happened today? What did you do in there?
We came outside and there was a fight.
So let's talk about you. What's your aspirations? What are you doing currently?
I was an internet kid and I wanted to like build a website or something.
You just say you had an idea for Pornhub years ago.
Why did it take so long to load?
I don't know. What time have you been out since?
Probably been out since about 6 o'clock. So about 12 and a half hours. 6.5 hours.
6, whoa, that's how we know you've had a lot of drinks, mate. You just doubled the amount. I'm gonna have to come out on a night with you more often.
Absolutely.
Give me a little tour, let's go, let's do this.
So I asked Danny Fenton from Zigzag why he picked it up, and he said, we loved the unvarnished, in-your-face directness of the format and the ability to access real people's lives, which is very contemporary. Okay, finally, we're going to go to India. Dropout is a business format featuring young people. It skews young. It's on an MTV platform in India. And rather than the usual brash apprentice-style contestants, these are people who are perceived to have failed in life. And so this format gives them a new start. Let's see the trailer.
Top businessmen and celebrity entrepreneurs interview and grill dropouts to test their entrepreneurial spirit and find 13 passionate and driven dropouts.
आप एक classic chewing gum entrepreneur हैं.
That is why I am sitting here, leaving all those interviews that you will give me a chance
to compete in a unique competition where they will form teams and face real challenges in real companies.
We are from Dropout and we're working with Pepperfry today.
प्रोजेक्ट थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग है.
स्टार्टअप ऐसा होता है, it will actually drain out the juice out of you.
To deal with intense pressure and competition.
Actually, I thought you'd be the natural leader. मैं अगर अपना पंडित दिमाग चला लूँगा ना, मैं अगर ये कर दूँगा ना, तो ये गेम इतनी गंदी हो जाएगी, इतनी गंदी हो जाएगी. भाई तूने गेम गंदी कर दी.
To perform.
ये है Dropout Private Limited का बोर्ड रूम. यहाँ आपको आपके कर्मों का फल मिलेगा.
I absolutely
You have put Pepperfry in a liable position. अगर मैं कोई डिसीजन ले लूंगा किसी को बुरा लग जाएगा. How is that leadership? बैठे रहते हो तुम, पिलियन राइडर हो तुम, स्टेपनी हो. आप तितर बितर हेडलेस चिकन्स की तरह घूम रहे हो. जेल चला जाएगा ये लड़का. इसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन का इशू है, इसमें लीडरशिप का इशू है.
Startup is an autocracy, not a democracy. Please get it in your head.
And win the opportunity to launch their startup on national television. Dropout Private Limited.
You're out.
So another prediction, I expect to see more formats from India. Okay, so to conclude, television, as we've seen, is a collaborative medium. A good idea can come from anywhere, but I think you need a global partnership based on trust in order to make your idea travel. So I wish you success with your networking, and if you would like a copy of the presentation, please drop me a line, and if you would like the report also, I'm happy to send it to you. Thanks very much.